Alright, you guys, what's up? Sure Goblin here, and we are now going to continue where we left off with the book for Spirit, Stallion of the Cimarron. One quick second here. Anyway, we left off with this, where Spirit saved Little Creek from the Colonel for the first time. And we got a few more pages left. Now Spirit charged into the water to help Rain, but the current was too strong. The horses kicked frantically as they were swept over a waterfall. As at last they were washed ashore, Spirit saw the cavalry approach, and as he struggled to shield his beloved mare, or beautiful mare, the men roped the Mustang once more. "Leave that mare," they said, dragging Spirit away. "She's finished." All the love that Spirit had was left with Rain by the river that terrible day. The soldiers took him away to work in the rail town, where man and his dynamite were destroying the land itself as they built the railroad they called the Iron Horse. Which, here's the photo. A couple more. The other workhorses looked hopefully to the wild stallion for leadership, but Spirit felt too defeated to fight. How sorrowfully he remembered Rain and his distant home. Spirit was put in the middle of a chain gang and set to work, hauling a huge engine on the sled over a high mountain. But as Spirit heaved and strained, to his horror he realized that he knew this country. They were pulling the human's machine straight towards his homeland, towards his mother and his herd. "Now you must fight," Spirit thought to himself, definitely, and fight as never before. Clever Spirit pretended to be sick, and as the men unchained him, he broke the other horses free, sending the mighty engine hurling down the steep slope. It exploded into flames and set fire to the whole forest. Spirit bolted blindly through the terrifying blaze. The chain around his neck streamed behind him in the wind. The river ahead was the Mustang's only chance of escape. But suddenly Spirit lurched back. The chain had caught on a falling log, and he was held fast. The great horse kicked hopelessly. His nostrils flared as the hungry flames drew closer and closer. Which, that was a moment for me that, like, when I was a kid, I was like, oh my goodness, is he gonna die? From nowhere, a shadow sprung through the fire. It was Little Creek. The boy had sworn to help the horse that had saved his life. Spirit had never been happier to see anyone. Little Creek cut the horse free, and the pair plunged into the river's cooling water. They reached the bank, safe from the fire's burning fury. Exhausted from their escape, they slept side by side till dawn. And when they awoke, they drank deeply and played happily together in the sparkling river. Spirit and Little Creek had earned each other's trust. They were true friends at last. Suddenly, there were the cavalry and the colonel once more, on their way to the rail town. The colonel was amazed to see his two old captives. As the men approached, Little Creek stumbled, but urged Spirit to run away. The brave stallion would wouldn't abandon his friend. Spirit scooped him onto his great back and galloped away furiously along with a dangerous ride. As the soldiers chased after him, or them, up to a towering mesa, Spirit ran, only to face a frightening gorge. It looked too wide for anything to cross. With the colonel and his men on the ledge below, Spirit and Little Creek were trapped. There you go. As he stared at the impossible jump, Spirit snored and gritted his teeth. "You can do it," the stallion told himself. "You must." The spirit remembered his homeland and his freedom and how once he believed he could fly. He raced straight towards the chasm of the gorge and jumped. As the Mustang soared high through the air, Little Creek forgot to be frightened. On Spirit's back, he too felt he could fly. In a scramble of hooves, Spirit reached the other side. Across the gorge, a soldier lifted his rifle, but this time the colonel stopped him. He nodded respectfully to the brave horse, and Spirit dipped his head in return. They understood each other. Spirit had won his freedom. Quietly, the colonel turned his men away as Little Creek howled like a wolf and Spirit reared for joy. Which, I will admit, when I saw that part in the movie, even to this day, I'm still amazed that the colonel actually decided to let Spirit go, but in the end, he knew that he had lost, because there was no way they could catch him now, because he had just crossed a freaking gorge. I mean, if anybody did that, I feel like if somebody had done that when they were being chased by the police would be like, okay, well, they've earned their freedom. Like the wind, Spirit carried Little Creek back to his village. Spirit was thinking sadly of Rain. His heart nearly burst when he saw the lovely mare running to greet him. Rain had survived too. "Take good care of her," whispered Little Creek. Spirit who could not be broken. The Spirit nuzzled goodbye to Little Creek, for they would never forget each other. Spirit was taking Rain to his homeland, where the rivers never thought about running. They just ran. Which, that for me was a little bit of an emotional moment when Little Creek had to say goodbye. At last, Spirit saw his beautiful home once more and listened as the eagle answered his neighing call. He lifted his brave head to the herd and stood happily with Rain at his side. The Mustang now knew that his homeland was more than just a place. It was the spirit of courage and freedom, and the feeling of belonging that he carried in his heart. And as the galloping wild horses that shared his legend still know, some spirits will never be broken. Which, that's kind of what it's all about, is like, it's about spirit, like, that's why he's called that. Highly claim levels, blah, blah, blah. Anyway, that is it. And on the back here it says, "In a time when horses ran wild, one stallion fought for freedom and became a legend." So, anyway, that is the book for Spirit, Stallion of the Cimarron. Let me know if you guys like it, like me doing this sort of thing. And, I mean, I enjoyed reading it. I have read it before, but doing it for y'all, I mean, it kind of feels a little weird, but I mean, I'm kind of used to it. But I hope you guys have enjoyed these 2 videos, and leave a like and leave a comment if you guys have seen the movie, and because it is a good movie. It is by far one of DreamWorks' best movies, and honestly, I'm hoping one day that they might make a live action for Spirit Stallion of the Cimarron, just like they're doing with Lion King and all that stuff. So anyway, without further ado, I hope you guys have enjoyed this video. Leave a like, leave a comment, and until then, I'll see you guys later. Peace.